Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about the operation setting in SynthesisVR. To get to the operation settings, you would just go into the administration section. And if you're in the simple view, click on operation settings from here. If you are in the advanced view, then you'd be in the business setup tab. And again, you click on operation settings there. What you see in operation settings is a list of experience types. So under here, the experience types are all that I have created for this arcade. I can also create a new experience type by clicking on the new experience type button up here, which will bring up the experience type settings here. We'll go into detail on that in a future video, but the main thing you need to know is anything with an orange underline is required. So if I want to create a new one, let's call this one jousting. I do need to fill in the description. And the description is important for when you are using the booking widget for SynthesisVR. And we'll save that. And once we save that, that will take us to the experience type settings area for that particular experience type. At this point, I can add either a per game based rule, a duration based rule, or I can assign it to VR stations, which I will do right now. So to do that, I click on the assign VR stations and I have the stations listed under my account, and I can choose which stations to assign this particular experience type in. So let's say I only want it on stations 1 and 2. I do that and I click on save, and now that particular experience type is saved. Now note there are no business rules for this, and I can again create one by doing a per game basis one or duration based one. Once I've chosen one of these for my first rule, that will be the main use of this experience type. So you couldn't create a mix of those two. We'll talk about duration, rules in a separate video, but note that that's where you can create them. And if I click on back, it takes me back to the experience type list. Now, if I were to click on the add edit operation settings button under each of the experience type, that will take me to that same spot. And here's an example here of a rule that has, an experience type that has rules underneath it. Right now it's a 24-hour rule, and it breaks down under these durations, this time frame, and this time range, which is 24 hours, and the days of the week that I have. I can also edit, copy, or delete a rule underneath an experience type. Now you'll notice in this case that it only gives me the option of adding a duration based rule. I can't do the per game based rule because now this has become a duration based experience type. And again, I can click on assign and you'll notice that it's assigned to these two, but if I want to, I can uncheck that and check that. And now it's assigned to stations 2 and 3. So station 1 will not have this experience type. Let's go back again to the experience type list. Other than the add edit operation settings, if I click on the hamburger 3/ menu, that'll give me the option of editing this rule. So if I click on edit, that will take me back to the add edit experience type section. If I click on stations, I can assign the stations directly from here if I want to, rather than having to go into the actual rule. Or I can delete it completely, and that will remove it from the operation settings. And if I click here, you'll see that it is gone. And that's the basics of operation settings. We'll explore more in a future video.